Hello and welcome back to ManVFilm. It's time once more for Arrow Videos announcements for November 2022. I've got a bunch of titles here. One very familiar, one big thing, and a couple of things to talk about. So as always, we're going to dive in. We're going to talk about these releases, my opinion. You may have a different opinion, which I would love to hear in the comment box. Let's do this. So first up, we have the re-announcement. Let's just get that a little bit. Here we go. We've already talked about this one. Great. If I have the finances at the time, 100% getting this. First one was terrific. I really want to see the boxers roaming. Let's dive into the standard releases. So out on the 7th of November is Audrey Rose. There is the alternative cover. I love the start down here. Born 1959, died 1964, born 1964. So, directed by Robert Wise. This is all Bill and Jane Templeton wish for is a quiet, peaceful life with their 11-year-old daughter, Ivy. But their dreams turn to nightmares as Ivy is first besieged by terrifying memories of events that never occurred, and then by a mysterious stranger who stalks her at every move and claims that Ivy was in fact his daughter in another life. Released in the wake of The Exorcist and The Omen, Audrey Rose is an intelligent, heartfelt drama that approaches its subject with an open mind and seriousness of intent that caught many off guard. It's a brand new 2K restoration by Arrow Films from a new 4K scan of the original camera negative. It's a 1080p presentation with the lossless mono audio, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, a brand new audio commentary. It's got Faith in Fraud, an interview with magician Adam Cardone about the reincarnation and belief in Audrey Rose. That does sound rather interesting. Then and now, a brand new featurette looking at the New York locations used in the film. I've Been Here Before archive visual essay by Lee Gambin looking at reincarnation cinema. Investigator, The Paranormal World of Frank De Felitta, an archive interview with the author and screenwriter of Audrey Rose. The Role of a Mother, the archive interview with Marsha Mason. Hypnotist, Inside the Score for Audrey Rose, an archival interview. Theatrical trailer, image gallery, reversible sleeve, fully illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writings by critics Kimberly Lindbergs and Johnny Maines. I've heard a lot about Audrey Rose. I think it's a pretty great release. It's on my radar as a possible. Next up, we have Incredible But True by Quentin Dupieux. I do quite like him. His absurd movies are very fun. Alain and Marie are middle-aged bourgeois couple who move their new house in a quiet suburb. A key feature of their new abode is that the estate agent points out to them is a mysterious tunnel in the basement. Little do they realise that it will turn their lives upside down. Shot during the pandemic under quarantine conditions, Incredible But True is an inventive and nimble tale that perfectly showcases the singular and eccentric vision that has made Dupieux the most exciting director working in France today. HD presentation, 5.1 sound, lossless stereo audio, English subtitles, casting queue interviews, Upside Down, Inside Out, the appreciation of films of Quentin Dupieux. That could be quite interesting. Trailer gallery and reversible sleeve. Illustrated booklet with the first pressing only, featuring new writing in the film. It's a maybe. Dupieux can be quite interesting sometimes with rubber or deerskin, and sometimes he can be not as good. I'll watch it if it pops on to the Arrow Video channel. Next up, we have the first of 4 editions of Robin Hood. So this is the Blu-ray. The extras are the same here. So that's £25 out the 28th of November. We'll jump onto the 4K edition, £30 out the 28th of November. You know, Robin of Locksley returns from the Crusades to find his father dead and vows vengeance. With his Moorish companion Azim, He joins a band of peasant rebels to do battle against the wicked Sheriff of Nottingham and win the hand of fair maid Marian, cousin of the absentee King of England. It's got a brand new 4K restoration, presentation of both cuts in Dolby Vision, limited edition packaging with reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork, 60-page perfect bound illustrator's collector's booklet featuring new writing in the film, double-sided fold-out poster, another double-sided fold-out poster. Is it just the two different artworks? It's just, yeah, 6 double-sided postcard-sized art cards, uncompressed DTS 5.1 surround audio, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, audio commentary with director Kevin Reynolds and Kevin Costner, audio commentary with Morgan Freeman, Christian Slater, and writers-producers. Here We Are Kings, Making Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, a brand new multi-part documentary featuring brand new interviews with the director of photography, editor, costume designer, and many more members of the creative team. Robin Hood, The Myth, the Man, the Movie, an archival 91 documentary hosted by Pierce Brosnan. One-on-one with the cast, archival 1991 interviews with Costner, Freeman, Mastrantonio, Slater, and Rickman. Brian Adams, Everything I Do It For You performance at Slane Castle, Ireland. Music, soundtrack, cues, theatrical trailer, TV spots, image gallery. Kind of hoping there's more to be announced here. I like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. It's a fun movie. Is it one I want in 4K? I'm not sure about that. I appreciate the fact it's out there. It's a kind of mainstream title, I suppose. One that we've seen Arrow do before, I guess. Although it feels very mainstream and not really culty. You know, even with like Waterworld, it was kind of like mainstream but rejected mainstream, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I think I'd probably give it a miss. Maybe. Next up, we have The Wolf of Wall Street limited edition. Again, you've got a Blu-ray, £30, and it's out the 7th of November. And we have the 4K UHD, which is out 7th November, £35. Let's see. Leonardo DiCaprio is on dazzling form as the frenetic true-life tale of New York stockbroker Jordan Belfort and his rise from boiler room brokerage firm to decadent life of obscene wealth, stratospheric drug use, and rampant corruption, spiraling out of control as the government investigators close in. Belfort's fall is as spectacular as his meteoric rise. Meteoric. We'll stick with that. Next up, we've got the extras. Fully illustrated 60-page collector's booklet containing new writing. Limited edition packaging features Wolf of Wall Street luxury wallet, American Express, American Excess credit card, business card, and Stratton Oakmont banknote. And reversible sleeve featuring 2 choices of artwork. So we've got the yellow with the flag and the standard poster, I think. Disc 1 is the 4K 10 HDR Dolby Vision director approved 4K transfer. We've got the 5.1 master audio, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, new audio commentary by Glenn Kenny and Nick Pinkerton, new introduction of film historian Ian Christie, editor of Scorsese on Scorsese, theatrical trailer. Disc 2 extras on the Blu-ray, brand new interview with the screenwriter Terence Winter, new interview with production designer Bob Shaw, Wall Street After Hours, new visual essay by critic Simon Ward on the dark humour of Martin Scorsese, Planet Holly Wolf, a brand new visual essay by critics Matty Budrovich and David Wayne on Jordan Belfort's lesser-known career as a low-budget movie producer. That sounds quite interesting. The Wolfpack, an archival featurette exploring Scorsese's take on the story and characters involved. Running Wild, an archival feature taking a closer look at the filmmaking process and key creative team. The Wolf of Wall Street Roundtable, an archival featurette with director the writer, and stars in conversation, behind the scenes documentary footage, TV spots, and image gallery. I'd like to think there's maybe a little bit more coming with that, but the extras do sound nice. The kind of additional stuff is fine, I suppose. I'm really curious to see what the quality's like in The Wolf of Wall Street. I think the movie's fantastic. It's hilarious. It's out there. It's over the top. And it's so watchable. One of those movies that you sit down when it's on TV or wherever you catch it, and you're just watching it. You get drawn into the craziness that's going on. I think it's fantastic. I don't think I'm going to spend £35 on it. Maybe it'll drop in the sale afterwards, but this is something I would add to the collection because I think it's a fantastic movie, and I do want it. If you go into the Twitter, we will see the November releases here. 2 Wolf of Wall Streets, the Blu-ray, the HDR 4K version. Robin Hood, we've got the Blu-ray, we've got the 4K, we've got the Steelbook, we've got the alternative artwork 4K. We've got Incredible But True, Quentin Dupieux, we've got Audrey Rose, and of course, the Shawscope. For me, if I have enough money, November is all about the Shawscope. That's the one I would be picking up out of all of those. But of course, I want to know what you think, because this is a kind of different announcement for Arrow. It's got some big movies in there. The Wolf of Wall Street is probably the biggest. Is it the biggest? Maybe The Thing's probably the biggest movie they've ever released. It's one of the most mainstream, biggest movies they've ever done. You know, it's the kind of movie that even people who aren't really boutique fans or haven't fallen into that trap as yet would pick up. Robin Hood is one that people will love to get, and it's got a couple of quirkier titles, and then the Shawscope set. So, yeah, you've got, as we say, I want to hear your opinion on this. I want to know what you think of these releases. Let me know in the comment box your thoughts on that. There's more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. Don't forget to hit the like button because it really helps the channel. In the description box are links to the Patreon membership program where you can help me out, or where you can go buy some cool ManVFilm merch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on ManVFilm.